I'm going to give the straight testimony, not the fake testimony, but the straight testimony. I'm going to tell you who these wolves in clothing are. Acts 20:28. After my departing saw grievous wolves coming among you, not sparing the flock. Not sparing the flock. They're hirelings. They're wolves, beloved. They're wolves supporting Sunday Surge. They're wolves supporting Celebration. They're wolves supporting Makeup and Jury. They're wolves supporting New Theology. Watch out, beloved. Watch out for those who cause business in the church. Have no fellowship with them and avoid them. Note that man, lest he should be ashamed. Ephesians 5:6. We need to note these men. Follow Matthew 18 with them and have no fellowship with them, whether committing adultery, open sin in the church, whether practicing doctrinal apostasy. Note that man. Have no fellowship with that man, lest he should be ashamed, beloved. Time for the straight testimony, beloved. In Pelk, this past year at Pelk, when they were getting their hooping and on, and hooping and hollering, and all the ministers up there back and forth with the bobblehead, and stuff like that, with the celebration worship, with the female pastor preaching up there and talking her stuff, and the first minister preaching. His wife says, no first minister, early writers, no first minister, all shepherds, he says, should be on our pulpits to teach us about these truths, because they're bringing the non-immortality, they're bringing the immortality of soul, and they're bringing the Sunday sacredness. He said, they'll breathe their influence upon us, and that unholy breath will fall upon us, and will be deceived and led astray by false miracles. What is that unholy breath? It is Satan's car and Satan's train he's leading us into. Do not be deceived, beloved. Time for the straight testimony. So, what does that leave us at? It leaves us at how God's sword will be bathed in Edomia with the fatness of the fatness. And there's going to be a slaughter of Ezekiel 89. We're in the valley of Jehoshaphat, and all the men right now in the valley of Jehoshaphat. What is valley of Jehoshaphat? Valley of Jehoshaphat is making up your mind if you want to serve God with all the heart, soul, mind, and strength, or whether you want to serve the devil with all your soul. Like Elijah said, how long halt you between two opinions? Is homosexuality okay? I mean, the man is sin. Pope Francis says, who am I to judge? Joe Biden, the president of the United States government, says, who am I to judge? I mean, is witchcraft okay? Kamala Harris, who has Buddhist leanings, the vice president of this country, practices Buddhism for prayer. I'm hearing in our nation's capital, and we have chaplains, Seventh Adventist Christian chaplains, having to include it in the ecumenical dialogue with Buddhism and Catholicism and all kinds of other isms, to note them and get along with them. No, beloved, we don't need ecumenism. No, ecumenism is a dirty word, beloved. Time for the straight testimony. Time for latter rain. And we have people like in our Seventh Adventist churches, our leaders like Pastor Ganoon Diop and our General Conference elite president, not to hurt any feelings, giving awards to Pope Francis for World Youth Day, giving tithe to Pope Francis, our Seventh Adventist tithe. We have our Seventh Adventist leaders, our Seventh Adventist church, giving our tithe ordained from our pastors with an NAD and not firing them and giving them to worthy men that are not hirelings like myself and others like Pastor Jeremiah Davis and other Marcus Mason. And we have people like our Kenyan leaders out in Kenya banning Pastor Jeremiah Davis. We have people out in Africa banning Randy Ski. We have the Illinois Conference banning Stephen Bohr. Something's got to give. This ecumenicalism is a dirty word. Ecumenicalism is a dirty word. It's nauseous. It makes God nauseous, beloved. It makes God nauseous, beloved. And something is going to be done about it. God is going to deal with it. Ezekiel chapter 8 and 9 talks about the slaughter of Ezekiel 89. It says clearly that slay old and young, both maids and children, but come not near any man upon whom was the mark, and begin in my sanctuary. The sanctuary, beloved, is the inner temple and outer temple, the Seventh Adventist Church, God's true church, and the temple of the heart, because we're the sanctuary of God. And if we're not sighing and crying, beloved, in the church and doing evangelism outside the church, and living and staying away from sin from the outside of the church, following the health message. If we're not signing crime, beloved, we're going to lose our seal. I'm pleading with you in the most tender way. Don't lose your seal. Don't put your fence down. Don't lust after that naked woman, beloved. My young men out here. Go home, young man. Pray. Read the Bible in this prophecy. Cry out to God. Do missionary work. Don't lose your seal. Don't involve yourself. Don't dabble in ecumenism. I'm pleading to my General Conference brethren. Don't dabble in ecumenicalism. Ecumenism. I'm pleading to my black Southerners brethren. Don't dabble in that new theology and that celebration of least ecumenism. And to my Caucasian brethren, don't dabble in that gospel rock and roll and that ecumenism and sitting around here and going to the popes. I think Dr. Oates said in one of his sermons how there's one man out in Europe. I went to this past pope that just died, who went to his funeral. Don't do that, beloved. And if some pastors are update, don't do that, beloved. Now's the time for the straight testimony. Like I used to always say, the straight testimony. The straight testimony. Now's the time, beloved. Christ is coming again. He's coming again. He is coming, this I know. Coming back for the church again. And glory I know. And glory this I know. Coming back for the church again. You know what? Mr. White says, in great controversy, now, this may be a little hurtful, but I must say this anyways. There's only one decree for these new theologian ministers and ecumenism seventh ministers in our church today. It's a literal slaughter of the members, slaughtering them, and a physical slaughter of them literally dropping dead. Now you go to great controversy, chapter called Desolation of the Earth. He says that the ministers say we are lost, they say. We are lost, they say. And in the sixth plague, on the plague of Armageddon, the members come and rush upon them to put them to death. So, beloved, I'm praying for you, Pastor Gulun Diop. I'm praying for you, my General Conference President. Turn around, repent of what you're doing, and behaving like. So your members do not try to put you to death. These are the last days. We don't have much time left. He's coming soon. He's not coming in 100 years. He's coming imminently soon. And if you're not ready, your members may rush you. They may knock on your door when it is soon coming green Sabbath, which is the sons of all Christ through the back door, which is this Pope-inspired green Sabbath, or this the UN police coming through and the shutdowns. I'm praying for you, Pastor Gulun Diop. I'm praying for you, our General Conference leader. This is General Conference President. That you stand true to God, stand true to the message, to your silver ladder. And I love you, Pastor Gulun Diop. I love you, our General Conference President. But I must give you the straight testimony. I said it, the straight testimony, and not the fake testimony. I must not give you the fake testimony. Well, Son, Father, thank you for this day. Thank you all for mercy and blessings. Thank you for bringing us safely. Almost another week, almost Sabbath coming, a couple of days. I'm asking that you forgive my sins. If anything I've said in this sermon is a little harsh, forgive it. And since I have my personal life for this sermon, forgive it. I'm asking you to forgive the leaders, the General Conference President and Gulun Diop for their ecumenism, our lower levels of ecumenism. I'm asking you to save your kingdom and forgive this lady who came out on social media, leaving the church on the Sabbath question. I'm asking you that you forgive our leaders for teaching new theology and lies and spying on praying truth workers. I'm asking you that they'll give their heart to Christ, be sealed for latter rain, and go on and finish the work. Jesus Christ, my prayer, man. May God bless you, family. Happy Thursday preparation. Happy